I started making music a couple years ago, and when I started, I really struggled to get my quality to sound professional. It took me years to figure out what I was doing wrong and how to fix it. In this short video, I'm literally going to be teaching you what took me years of trial and error to figure out. If you're struggling to make professional songs, or maybe you're just curious what the mistakes are, then this video is for you. There are some pretty obvious signs when you are making these mistakes, and I guarantee by the end of this video, you will have learned something to avoid them. Okay, so something that was happening a lot to me when I first started making music was inconsistency in my recordings. I thought it was like my voice's fault, but it was actually just bad technique. I would make a song and it would sound amazing. My voice was nice and clear, crisp, and would cut right through the mix. But then the next song I would make was totally opposite, where everything was muddy and it wouldn't cut through the mix. This can be caused by something known as proximity effect. If I get super close to the mic, you can hear how full this sounds, right? And if I'm all the way back here, do you hear how thin that sounds? Now, obviously I over-exaggerated this a little bit, but the principle still stands. The closer you get to the mic, the more bass it picks up from your voice. And the farther away that you are, it picks up less bass from your voice. Being too far from the mic can cause your vocals to be thin, and being too close can cause them to be muddy. A good rule of thumb is to be about this far away from the mic, from here to here. Now, obviously this is subject to change, but that is usually a good recording distance. So if this is new to you and you don't really have a clue on like what you're supposed to be doing, just start from here to here. So like if you literally put your pinky on the mic, open your hand, and your mouth should be right about where your thumb is. Okay, so tip 2 is something I just recently started doing, and it actually skyrocketed my quality. Have you ever went to mix your song and you just realized that the recording is horrible? Again, maybe it's super boxy or maybe it's super thin. On top of proximity effect, the room you're recording in can also play a big impact into this. Now, I'm not saying you need to move rooms or do any crazy renovation, but there are some things you can do to help prepare your room for recording vocals. The main cause of thin vocals is actually reverb off of your wall. I'm not going to get like crazy in depth on this, but there's something called phase cancellation. That's basically when you're singing into the mic, right? And you have all these walls around you. When the sound goes and bounces off those walls and then comes back, the frequencies actually interfere with each other and can either boost each other or cancel each other. And this can cause your recordings to be all over the place. So a good remedy to this is actually hanging blankets on any wall you can. Like, I'm not going to turn the camera, but if I did, there's actually a blanket hanging up right there. And this just helps to minimize reverb off of the walls and give you a cleaner recording sound. This can also help with background noise. Like I have a computer sitting right down here. I bet if I didn't do any sound treatment in this room that it would actually be a lot louder than it is right now. Now, the boxiness in your vocals can actually be caused from wind. This is called a pop filter. And if I take this off, you can hear that it's really boomy. And if I say like, that literally is clipping the mic like crazy. I'm literally just saying P. That's all I'm saying. P, P, P. That is horrible. If you don't have the money to buy a pop filter, you can literally just put a sock over your mic. It seems super weird, but I'm telling you it helps. Alright, so this last tip has been a huge game changer for me. When I first started recording my own music, I would play the beat in the headphones and then just record raw, and I didn't have anything really playing in my headphones besides the beat. This made it very hard to picture what a finished song could sound like. I would have all these lyrics written out and I'm like, oh, this sounds great in my head, but I would have no clue. Even after I recorded, I wouldn't have a clue how the song could sound until I mixed it. And so there was countless times where I wasted, 3 hours in a recording session, go to mix the song, and then realize it sounds trash. How did I fix this though? Well, I started recording, obviously with the beat in my ear, but I also had my voice playing back so I could hear what I sounded like. I even took this a step further and started recording with vocal presets. Now, I know these get a lot of hate, but I am telling you that they helped me. The reason is that instead of hearing just dry vocals, you are hearing the idea of what a finished song could sound like. Yes, I know every mix is different and a vocal preset doesn't fully mix your song, but it gives you an idea of what a finished song could sound like, so you don't waste 3 hours in a recording session only to realize that it'll sound trash once it's mixed. You may be wondering, what does this do to really improve the quality? believe it or not, 80%, okay, I don't know the exact percentage, but a good percentage of the quality actually comes out of the performance that you're getting. You could have a perfectly treated room with most expensive mic you could possibly get, but if you're trash at recording, it's still not going to sound very good. So having a confident performance and delivery also contributes to quality by an insane amount. The first 5 people to use this code right here on my website will get 25% off my handcrafted vocal presets. I made these with stock plugins. That way, if you're brand new to music and don't have like Waves plugins or anything like that, you can still use it with FL Studio. Now again, I know presets get a lot of hate, but I'm telling you from my own experience, they helped me. If you want me to make a full video explaining everything about presets, I would also be willing to do that. So just drop a comment and let me know. And there you had 3 tips to improve your recording quality. I'm constantly making educational videos on music like this. If you're looking to level up your game and not have to waste 3 years of trial and error, rather than just taking it from someone who already has been through it, then yeah, hit subscribe. Later.